Good morning, children. In the previous class, we learned about the effect of force acting on the body. Okay. Now, we'll be learning in detail about the effect of force acting on the body with a little bit more examples. Okay. Now, look at here. Effect of force acting on the body by the rubber bands. By the rubber bands. If you take a rubber band and if you stretch the rubber band by using of the two fingers, okay, some force is exerted. But if you are increasing the number of rubber bands, okay, on your fingers, more force is exerted. That means we will feel little bit harder to exert the force, to move the rubber bands when we are increasing gradually. Okay. Therefore, what is the net force acting on the body? What is the net force acting on the two fingers by the rubber bands is given by the sum of the forces acting on the fingers. That is the net force. Net force acting on the two fingers. Let us say the force exerting on the two fingers by the rubber band is F. When we are increasing the number of the rubber bands, what happens? Okay, the force exerted also will be increasing. Therefore, net force is given by 2 times the F if 2 rubber bands are used, 3 times the F if 3 rubber bands are used. Okay, that means here we are learning about the net force acting on the two fingers by using of the rubber bands. Okay, therefore net force is given by the number of the rubber bands that we are increasing the force. Okay, now let us discuss in detail about the effect of force acting on the body changes the shape of an object. Effect of force changes the shape, the direction of the object. Okay. If you observe some children playing the football, okay, when you kick the football, what happens? It will be going to certain distance. Okay. And when the other person stops the ball, what happens? It may come to rest or it may change the direction. Okay. Therefore, here we can stop an object by applying the force, or we can change the direction of an object by applying the force. Okay. Or sometimes when we apply the force on the balloon by using of our two hands, when we press the balloon by the two hands, what happens? Here the balloon changes its shape. Therefore, here we can say that we can change the shape of an object, or we can change the direction of an object, or we can stop the object. That means the moving object comes to rest by applying of the force. Therefore, here we can change the shape, we can change the direction of an object, or we can stop the object. We can stop the object. Stop the object. Stop the object means we can change the position of an object. We can change the position. We can change the direction. We can change the shape of an object. Okay. If we can take an example of a carom board. When you are playing of the carom board, when you hit a coin by using the striker, what happens? The coin will be moving in one direction. And not only the coin moving, the striker also changes its direction. As you apply the same force on the different coins will be moving in the different direction. Even though you apply the same force, but the different coins will be moving in a different direction. Why? Because it is because due to of the place where you are applying the force, that we call it as area of contact. That we call it as the area of the contact. Okay. Here we'll be learning in detail after this topic we'll be learning in detail about the area of the contact. But first we can change the direction of an object. Here also he also gives the carom board playing also will be giving of the change in the direction of an object. Okay, we can change the direction of an object. Okay, we can change the direction of an object. Or when we are applying of the more force, if a person is running with more force, when he is applying of the more force on his body, what happens? He can increase the speed. Or sometimes when we are applying of the less force, we can decrease the speed. Okay, we can increase the speed or we can decrease the speed by the application of the force. Okay, if you can take an example that a person playing normal in the streets will be observing of the children playing by using of a stick and a tire, a rubber tube tire. Okay, when they are hitting of the tire gradually, slowly, one after the other, when they are hitting, no, what happens? The tire will be increasing its speed. Okay, that means we can increase the speed of an object by the application of the force. Gradually when we are increasing the force by using the stick on the cycle tube or any tire tube, okay, we can increase the speed. Or any object, if it is coming speedily, also we can stop it. Okay, we can decrease the speed also, basing on the what we want. Okay, whether we want to increase the speed or whether we want to decrease the speed, basing on that one, we can increase the speed or we can decrease the speed by the application of the force. Okay, we can change the position of an object, we can change the direction of an object, we can change the shape of an object, and in the same way we can change the position, direction, shape, and we can increase the speed. Speed increase, we can increase the speed or we can decrease the speed. Decrease the speed. Okay. These are about the effect of the forces acting on the object, on the body. Okay. Now look at here. Effect of force acting on the area of contact. Effect of force acting on the area of contact. Area of contact. Now look at here. Take a pen. I am taking up a pen. We are having of two sides of the pen. That is, one is sharp side, the other one is which is the rounded part. Okay, or instead of pen we can take a pencil also. Now I am using my pen and I am applying some force on my hand. I am applying some force on my hand by using of the pen over here. Now I am applying of the force and applying the force over here. Okay. Therefore here, when I am applying of the force, what is happening to my hand? That means it is going somewhat deeper. My hand is pressing inside. Okay. Now I apply the force from the other side. When I am applying the more force on it, no, it will be going in deeper and deeper. Okay. And what happens to my hand? I am feeling little bit pain. Okay. Therefore here, when it is to the other side, that means the blunt side we say. Okay, blunt side. This is the sharp edge. This is the rounded part, the rounded edge. When I am applying of this rounded edge, we can decrease the force acting on it. But here we are increasing the pressure. We can increasing the force. More force is acting on this one. Therefore, what we can say, we can gradually decrease the force when we are using onto the blunt side. Okay, normally if you take a sharp knife, okay, sharp knife, no, what is happening if the knife is very sharp, we can cut the things very easily. Okay, easily we can cut the things. Okay, but if the other side, blunt side, if it is not sharp, we cannot. Okay, actually recently in my home I have taken one scissor. The scissor, as we are not using for a long period of time, it became blunt. Okay, and when I am cutting off by using of that scissor, when I am cutting off the other the plastic papers like plastic covers like that, I could not able to cut it. Why? Because it is not sharp. Therefore, if more sharpness is there, we can apply more pressure on it. Okay, we can apply the more pressure on it. Okay, and in the same way, if it can take two trays, if we take two trays, okay, and you take some sand, fine sand, you fill the trays by using of some fine sand, and take two bricks of equal size, okay, equal size, and you place the two bricks in the two trays such that one is kept horizontally and one is kept vertically. Here, which side we can see that more force acting on the body, either this side or this side, or where we can feel that the sand going inside, more deeper inside, whether this side or this side, whether the vertical brick or the horizontal brick. Normally we will be seeing only in the vertical brick. Vertical brick, that means the depth of the sand will be deeper in the vertical grip, in the vertical position of the brick. But whereas here, it will be not going deeper. The sand, the fine sand, we cannot trace the sand going deeper inside this one. Why? Because as less force will be exerting over here, as area of contact is more. Therefore, less is the area of the contact, more is the pressure. More is the area of the contact, less is the pressure. Therefore, we should learn what is pressure. Okay, we will be learning about what is pressure. Pressure. Force per unit area. We define force per unit area. Force per unit area is called as the pressure. Okay, that means force acting for a unit area. Area means area of contact. Okay, if less force is acting for the more unit of area, that means if the force is acting for the unit of area, it is called as the pressure. Okay, that means here less is the area of contact, less is the area of the contact, then pressure will be the more. Pressure is more. Pressure is more. Okay, and the area of contact is very, very less. When the area of contact is more, pressure will be less. Okay, we define the pressure as a force acting for the unit area. The force is acting for a unit area. To what area it is? Okay, force acting per unit area. Normally, pressure is a vector quantity. Pressure is a vector quantity. Vector quantity. Okay, the units of pressure. Units of pressure is Newton second. Okay, it is Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square. The unit of pressure is the Newton per meter square. Okay, unit of pressure is the Newton per meter square. Your pressure is a vector quantity. The force per unit area is called as the pressure. Okay, now. Okay, this is about the chapter force. Okay, the remaining we'll be learning in the next class. Okay, thank you.